All right, our big story today, the suspect accused of firing gunshots inside the hotel hosting the White House Correspondents Dinner is expected in court for his first appearance. Authorities say the suspect ran through this security checkpoint with multiple weapons, then fired shots at police and Secret Service. You can see it all unfolding on this video here. One agent was hit in their protective vest and was taken to the hospital for evaluation. The suspect here, authorities tackled him and then took him into custody.
So officials still working to determine an exact motive, but they tell us it could be political in nature. We know that suspect is a tutor from California. You can see him here on your screen. CBS News says authorities found a so-called manifesto that was emailed to family members minutes before the shooting. He wrote he planned to target the highest-ranking officials in the Trump administration. The suspect used a stairwell to bypass public areas of the hotel, which were more heavily monitored. And this morning, New London at the center of this investigation with a key connection here to Connecticut.
Yeah, the suspect's brother might live in New London, and he's helping investigators learn more about what happened. Your reporter Anna Stansfield is live outside the police department. Anna, explain the Connecticut connection here.
Yeah, so good morning. Police here in New London got a call the night of the shooting from someone claiming to be the suspect's brother. And what came from that phone call is now being used as some of the clearest evidence in this case. 2 hours after shots rang out at the White House Correspondents Dinner, police here in New London answered an unexpected phone call. The person on the other line claiming to be the brother of Cole Allen, the suspect in Saturday night's shooting. According to the Associated Press, the brother was then interviewed by New London police and federal investigators. They found out Allen wrote to his family members right before the shooting, referring to himself as a friendly federal assassin and making references to President Donald Trump, along with complaints about the administration's actions, including U.S. strikes on boats accused of smuggling drugs in the eastern Pacific Ocean. And these writings are now being used as some critical evidence into the mindset of Allen as well as his potential motives. I'm your reporter live in New London, Anna Stansfield, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, Anna, thank you.